What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails of Cold Steel 4. Last time we started up on our next day. We're doing our, well, everyone's doing their preparations to get ready to head over to Crossbell for the next rivalry against Arianrod, the Steel Maiden. But we still have some bonding events left to handle before we head over there, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Altina, who are you talking to? Oh, Instructor Reen, actually. Perfect timing. Would you mind giving this a listen, Reen? Who is it? George. Oh, hey there, Reen. I heard about the Jaeger King situation. Glad you pulled through. Yeah, thanks. So did you happen to have information concerning the workshop? Yeah, I actually have something I'd like to get Altina's confirmation on. Figured I'd get in touch with her via the Courageous 2. Something you want confirmation on? The headquarters for the Black Workshop is located at the base of Greybourne Mountains. However, it appears to have been abandoned at some point. It's completely deserted now. What? You mean the place where I was held captive? The very same. Not only is Alberich gone, but he took enormous stores of research data and experimental Zauber soldats with him. When I checked around this time yesterday, it had already been wiped clean. I had no idea they were planning anything like that. Maybe I simply wasn't trusted with the information. I was hoping I could get your thoughts on this, Altina, seeing as it's where you're originally from. I wish I had something useful to share. Unfortunately, my memory of that time is still a bit hazy. However, I think this might actually prove a good opportunity for us. How so? I'm trying to track them now, so I really can't help directly, but if you're interested, you should have enough time to investigate the workshop site before we need to head to the next shrine. Gotcha. Well, it definitely could be a good chance to find some new information. Though the probability of finding anything conclusive there is close to nil. Still, I don't think it would be an entirely fruitless endeavor. This could be intel on the Zauber soldats, S-weapons, the combat shells, and homunculi like me and Milliam. Altina. I've secured a tentative infiltration route. I know it's asking a lot for you to trust me, given the mess I made of things. But if you do decide to do this, though, please contact me through Altina. Yeah, you bet. I'll be making preparations just in case. Oh! That wasn't the bonding event. What the hell? I thought that whole thing was a bonding event. The Black Workshop is completely deserted. We don't know why, but this could be our chance to investigate it. Oh, so the actual bonding event is... Okay, I got it. There could be intel on Zauber soldats, S-weapons, combat shells, and homunculi like me and Milliam. Well, it's understandably on our mind. Maybe completely deserted, but it is the Gnome's headquarters. I think we're going to need some help. Should I get in contact with George and go investigate the Black Workshop? The Black Workshop. We need to consider the risks, but there's a lot we could potentially gain by checking it out. Let's fill everyone in first and get in contact with George. Understood. I'll tell everyone right away. Reen briefed those aboard about the situation, received approval for the plan to investigate the Black Workshop. As a precaution, a small team tasked with infiltrating the facility were to be supported by the Courageous 2. Altina and Crow contacted George. He headed to the workshop using a teleportation gate he had access to. Secret access to. So what's the small team? Okay, there's a handful of them. Okay. So this is the Black Workshop. It used to be the Gnomes HQ, huh? They might still be using it in some capacity, you never know. Angelica, do you remember the last time we were here? Clear as day, the mask didn't mess with my memories from that time. You guys had to take on the Chancellor, the Steel Maiden, and Blazing Demon all at once. It was crazy. But now, all is still in quiet. Frankly, it's unsettling. Not a soul in here besides us. It feels abandoned. These conditions are ideal for us. We can conduct our investigations without interference. Everyone's gonna split up? Okay, we'll go to the S-Weapon Lab. I've been curious about the origins of my Berserker and Shirley's Testarossa. When we met in Stargazer Tower, we were enemies. Now we're working together. Who would have thought? Heh, yeah, feels odd. Don't stab me in the back, please, Doobie. Don't come up with pet names for me. As for us, we'll go check out the combat shell in Zalber's Soldat Research Lab. Maybe Albert's left behind his research notes or something. You're going to the Homunculus Lab, correct? You be okay? Yes, I've been there once before, when we came to save Instructor Rean. It's where Milliam and I were born. Maybe there's still something to learn there. Yeah, maybe. Let's see what we can find. The Courageous 2 will be patrolling the area around you. Return at once if you're in danger. We'll be waiting here. Let us know if anything goes wrong. Alright, everyone knows what to do. Let's get started. Pretty extravagant for Altina's bonding event. I think I know what these are. Oz series incubation tanks. Test subjects which failed to become Milliam or me. They were discarded when they were born. That's disgustingly cruel. The DG cult was researching something similar a few years ago. I forgot he knew about that. Instructor Rean. Yeah, it's how Tio and Kia ended up. Oh, what the? An Oz Mirage. It's an Archism manufactured at the Black Workshop based on Ouroboros' designs. Seems to be inactive. Perhaps it malfunctioned, and they left it behind when they moved to a new base. Huh? I regret the things I did when I was escaping before. I didn't do anything to this particular unit, but still. I feel sorry for it, left like this. Let me at least lean it against the wall. Instructor. What's this white capsule? It doesn't look like an incubator. I noticed it when we were last here. Because it is in this area, it must have been involved with the Oz research, series research. It's deactivated and locked. Something about it bothers me, but it's not like we'll find out more just by looking at it. But why does it seem so familiar? Empty tanks? Oh, 7374? So this is where they were born. Wait, 7374? That's... Yes. These are the tanks where Milliam and I were grown.
この子が僕の妹か。ごめんね。すぐに忘れちゃうと思うけど。外に出たらちゃんと再会して一緒に遊ぼうね。
How odd, this place is so lifeless and desolate. And yet it fills me with nostalgia somehow. That's completely normal, Altina. It reminds you of your sisterly bond with Milliam. Yes, I suppose that must be it. That bond was once the only thing I knew I could trust. Both Milliam and I were created for the sole purpose of becoming the Sword. This knowledge was hidden from us and sealed deep within our memories, but we always sensed it. That's why I envy Milliam. Altina. She sacrificed herself to protect those dear to her, even though it meant becoming the Sword. Feels like an eternity ago, even though it's only like 4 weeks ago. Well, no, it was more than that, because like a month went by before they woke up, so it's been like 2 months. Yeah, because it was July, and now it's about to be September.
ヒューナさん、クルトさんを、ミュゼさんに、アッシュさん、ミリアムさんに、他のみんなも。
That's what I wanted too. I wasn't afraid of what might happen to me. I'm sure that is precisely how Milliam felt as well. Although, the Milliam that the spectral moon mirror showed us had regrets.
ぱり僕まだまだ未熟だったんだね。みんな守るなんて聞こえはいいけど、あんなにみんなを悲しませるなんて夢にも思ってなかったんだ。
I finally understood that myself. It dawned on me when you saved me at the Isengard mountain range the other day. Oh. I appreciate the sentiment, but please don't do that again. Talk things through with someone, don't just rush out on your own. I see. I was really panicked. Yes, I had never seen that much fear in your eyes before.
いつも頼もしいこの人にも弱いところだってある。その弱さを私なりに守りたい。そんな風に思うようになりました。
That's kind of you. You've changed a lot, Altina. Though I'm not really sure if I played a role in it, I'm really impressed by how you've grown. Yeah, like think back to when she was our enemy 2 games ago. But thank you, I'm honored you care so much about me, Altina. You're welcome. What's the matter? It's nothing, I'm experiencing an emotion I find difficult to put into words. It's different from what I feel toward Yuna or Kurt. How do I say it? It's joyous, but a bit suffocating. And there's warmth and excitement as well. Is this familial affection? Camaraderie? I've read about various kinds of love. Is this the same kind that Alisa and Elise feel toward you? I don't know. Maybe it's best if you just take it easy. I'm sure you'll figure it out for yourself in time. I mean, you have to take a lot to learn about feelings and stuff. Take it one step at a time.
教官、何かごまかそうとしていませんか？それとも不埒なことを考えているとか。
Oh Lord, here we go. Huh? Of course not. Look at that smile. It's true, she's become more emotionally mature. I'm both happy and concerned, thinking about her future. At least she can smile like that. Rain and Altina joined the team members to search the other areas, and they all returned the ship through a portal. They didn't find the information they were after, but they at least discovered how many new Zauber Soldat's combat shells and Oz Mirage units had been produced. Furthermore, they realized it was highly possible that the Black Workshop was moved to an entirely new location. Alright, well, at least it wasn't completely, pointless. Despite its dark history, this is the place where I was born. It's very dear to me. I'm only able to think of it that way now, thanks to everything I learned from you and the rest of Class 7. Hope I can keep relying on your support. Yeah, I really look forward to seeing how you grow from here. And one day soon, I hope I can clearly define what my feelings are for you, Instructor. Well, I don't want you to rush to find an answer for that. You'll know when the time is right. Alright, is that everything on the second floor? There's no way, right? No. Alright, I was on the deck. That's how we started with that. Alright, Alisa. She's in this room. There's only so much I can do from here. If only I could just head over there myself. Alisa, what are you up to? Oh, Rain, you remember what my mother mentioned on the Gargantua, right? About the 5th? Sure.
なるほど。第5で建造していた。
卒業作品か。
The RF Group's 5th Development Division. There were several rumors regarding them during the Civil War, but it all kind of blew over before I could ever get to the heart of it. I assumed it was the Noble or Reformist factions doing, a department created and run in absolute secrecy. But in truth, it was the Black Workshop who'd been keeping it under wraps. Yeah, it even slipped under the noses of Sharon and my mother. Seems they had a hand in those practice combat shells, not to mention the Goliath Altina lost control in. I guess you know who came aboard as a specialist to help bring about the Zauber Soldats. So the questions at hand then are when these took place and who the staff behind them were. Right, if we were at Rhineford HQ in Roar, we can investigate at a much deeper level. But it looks like mother and grandfather still haven't been able to make their way back. I see. Alisa seems a lot more positive now she's gotten past the incident on the Gargantua. I'd like to find out a few things about this so-called division myself. Maybe I can help her out. Hey, Alisa. Might be too risky for the courageous two to plot a course to Roar for them at the moment. But what if we use Balamar instead? Huh? Obviously, we don't go to Roar in this game, so I'm expecting very low quality of us getting there. Of the backgrounds and everything. Alisa then gratefully accepted Reen's convincing proposal. After inviting Sharon along with them, the trio had Valimar take them to Roar. Okay, well this room isn't going to be, because obviously this was part of Cold Steel 3 when they were in here. What a relief. I'm so glad to see you're alright, Miss Alisa. You too, Sharon. I heard you had quit, but here you are. Sorry for worrying you guys. I apologize for all the complications I've surely caused. We'll hear none of that. You two are the reason business here in the 4th Division is as stable as ever. We've also been in contact with Chairman Arena. We're to investigate something regarding the 5th Division, correct? Yes, and if my intuition is correct, we should be able to flush out everyone involved with the plan we discussed earlier. We've taken control of the internal network, and would greatly appreciate your assistance with this endeavor from here on. Of course, we'll take care of everything you need. Right. We'll show you the full capabilities of the 4th Division. By the way, you wouldn't be Miss Alisa's you-know-what, would you? Eidos, what's wrong with you? Don't you know how to read a room? Oh well, looks like we're set to go. We'll leave you guys to it then. The 4th Division really comes through in a pinch, huh? They truly are most excellent, each and every one. The only thing they dedicate themselves to more than their work is learning all the details of their beautiful general manager's love life. Let's just leave that topic for another day. We have an investigation to get to, don't we? Thanks to the vigorous efforts of the 4th Development Division's members, the group managed to gather information on the company's internal activities. With Alisa and Sharon working together and Reen offering his input as well, the group eventually drafted a hypothesis of sorts. The crux of it being the 5th Development Division, as it stood in its official capacity, was just a front. It did not operate as a standard division, but rather one in the shadows, maneuvering and directing members from each of the other divisions in secret. This seemed all too possible given the numerous members across the departments had been confirmed to be engaging in mysterious and inexplicable acts. Further, they discovered several employees were currently on leave of some sort, some of whose whereabouts were completely unknown. With this intel in hand, Alisa made an official report as general manager to Chairman Arena. The group then developed plans to amend the issues so as to prevent any underhanded activity from harming operations. Alright. Yeah, that sure was a lot to go through. Definitely, but it sounds like things went just about as well as you could hope for, right? I wasn't surprised here that most of the employees wrapped up in this mess were struggling with debt or other hardships. That's never a nice thing to see, but investing such thorough attention and discussion into the situation really brought things back around. Yeah, there'll probably be a while to clear things up for everyone, since there were so many staff involved. Still, even if things aren't 100% up to par yet, I can tell we're moving in the right direction. I'm sure. You know, Alisa, I think this is the happiest I've seen you all day. Oh? To be honest, I was having all kinds of weird thoughts for a while. I just got so worked up over one thing to the next. But after what happened with the Spectral Moon Mirror and the Gargantua, I managed to solidify my determination. No more doubts. Well, I guess Sharon coming back and reconciling with Mom played a big part in it too. But that sounds pretty self-centered, doesn't it? I don't think it sounds that way at all, Alisa. War may be drawing near, but if the RF Group reestablished itself as the upstanding company it once was, it would inspire all sorts of people. Depending on how things develop, it's possible this war might not last long without an increase in arms production. That's true. Of course, we'll still have to contend with all the complications the national mobilization law throws our way. But all the technicians and engineers out there do have their own ideas and dignity to uphold. If this incident causes a stir, it's sure to be a source of hope to them and whoever may need it. Thank you, Reed, for bringing me this far. Don't mention it, all I did was open the spirit path. No need to be so modest, you're the real reason, Reed. It's the courage you gave me time and time again that made all this possible. Facing Sharon and Mother, being ready to confront the man who used to be my father. All of it, so thank you. I couldn't be happier to be here by your side. Alyssa. Yeah, at this point that felt like such a wasted bonding event. Like, what was the point of that? Like, I guess she was focused on Irina and Sharon, but now that that's taken care of, she's not as worried about it. Do you remember the talk we had during the maintenance checkup a while back? Oh, that. I never ask anything unreasonable of you. I know how complicated things are, trust me. But it wasn't impossible to take the first steps to rebuilding a massive company like RF. You've even begun to patch things up with Sharon, as well as between you and Irina and the others. So I can have my hopes at least, right? Because I can see the light our relationship has, warm and welcoming, and waiting for us to take a chance. See, this is what I mean when I say, like, this is the one that gets pushed the most. Like, with Alyssa, Rina's the only one who's taken the initiative. All the other ones is the girls taking the initiative with him. If Falcom was to commit to someone, it would probably be Alyssa. Not my favorite choice, but that's just the reality of it. I don't hate her, it's just not my favorite character, so. Sharon soon returned and offered kind words to Ria and Alyssa. They then head back to the Courageous 2. Okay, cool. Alright, that's done. Okay, so we talked to Alyssa in there. Who's in here? You two look like you're discussing something important. Oh, hey, Rain, we were just talking about a fan letter I got from a patient at St. Ursula. I told you about her before, the little girl who loves radio dramas. Oh, that's right. You mentioned she'd been in the hospital for a long time now. Come to think of it, I think Monk might have mentioned her letters too. Yes, that's her. Her name's Nina. Well, Nina enjoyed last week's episode so much she wanted to write in and tell the station how much she enjoyed it. Getting direct feedback from fans like this is the greatest joy a director can experience. It's so heartwarming, so humbling. It must be hard being stuck in the hospital, though, especially as a kid. I know, maybe I can write her back and let her know I'm rooting for her. Really? That would be wonderful. I know she'd be thrilled to hear from you. Thank you so much, Monk. Don't mention, besides, it'll also give me a chance to tell her about the special episode we got coming up. There it is. I'm a little mortified at the idea she might hear me on the radio, but if it'll make her feel better. Don't worry, Reen, it's just one little letter. Besides, everyone's gonna be tuning in once our promos start ramping up. Yep, I'm ready to crawl into a hole and die now. Oh. Oh, I think I remember this one. Hey, Fee, that a box of cigars you got there? Yeah, and a lighter, too. The boss left them behind. I was thinking it might make a decent memento of him. I see, he was into that sort of thing, I take it. Yup, heavy drinker, heavy smoker goes hand in hand. I heard Sarah's dad was actually the one who converted him to this brand, actually. Really now, that does seem like the kind of thing two Jaegers could bond over. Make sure you take good care of it. I will, with the lighter at least. I'm not sure what to do with the cigars, though. I'm not so keen on smoking them myself. Actually, are you free right now, Reen? There's something I want to take care of before we head to Crossbell. I think I see where this is going. What with a box of keepsake cigars. I'm guessing you're going down to the surface. I don't mind tagging along wherever you're heading. Thanks. So about this place. So this is the spot. We're just south of Hamel. Better than putting it right inside the town. I don't think that'd go over well. This should be far enough, though. Besides, it's only temporary. You really think this is okay? Yeah, Leo and Zeno have already finished paying their respects. I wish I could smoke with them. But whenever I ask, they look at me like I sprouted wings. Maybe it's a generational thing. Not a lot of women used to smoke in their day. Yeah, that's probably all it is. Still, it kind of feels like a waste to throw this whole box away. You mind if I have one? I don't really know if it'll count, but I'd like to try. I didn't know you smoked, Reen. I don't. This will be my first time. Sharing one with a youngster like me probably wouldn't mean anything to Rutger. Don't say that. Do you, know how to do this? I think so. You snip the end first, right? This is still like such a funny out of context picture. You're inhaling too much. Boss always said it was a rookie mistake. Don't try to pull the smoke down into your lungs. Just let it drift around inside your mouth a little. Okay. I gotta be honest, I don't know what people see in this. Yeah, it's not for everyone. We can give the rest to the boss some other time. Hey, how about you let us in on this? Instructor Sarah and Randy's eyes giving that look. Zenoleo, everyone. Sorry, we didn't know if we should interrupt. We figured it'd be worth paying our respects anyhow. Thank you. Yes, you did know him for a long time, too. In that case, mind if I join the party? Oh boy. Why is she still wearing that outfit, huh? You guys. Figured you'd show up eventually. We came to share one last drink with the Jaeger King. I brought along a bottle of his favorite bourbon. Hey, nice. What do you say, Fee? Thanks for coming. We've got cigars if anyone wants one. At least they can put aside the fighting for a minute. Yeah, drinks for Sarah, not really smoking. Hey, so what are the chances I can get you to pass some of that stuff over to me? None for you, young miss. Oh, she's still underage. Hey, now you're still underage. Show a little restraint. Yeah, Uncle Sigmund would kill me if he found out. That's where he draws the line? Underage drinking? I didn't expect people in this line of work to be so strict about this kind of stuff. You'd be surprised. They've got their own code to stick to. Everyone passed the time reminiscing about the Jaeger King. Eventually, everyone except Reen and Fee had said their farewells and left. He sure did touch a lot of people's lives. Even members of Nidhogger and Northern Jaegers might be coming by later. Yeah, he might have even had more connections than Sarah's dad. Not all of them stayed friends. He made his fair share of enemies too. But even that was just business. I never met anyone who disliked him personally. Fee.
大丈夫。煙が染みただけだから。
Uh-huh.
それに、こうしてると、まるで団長にハグされてる気がする。
Really? No, I'm lying. You might smell like smoke too, but being here with you is totally different. It's hard to describe. It's kind of relaxing and exciting all at once. Oh, that's a surprise.
だから無神経。女心をちゃんと理解して。
Right, I'll do my best. Is this disrespectful to Rutger's memory? I'll apologize later, I promise. Yeah, well, that was nice. Got to have a little reminiscing time. Yeah, alright. We already handled everyone over there. Structurine, were you eavesdropping on our girly conversation, you naughty man? No, that's... What? I just got here. Hey, I was just passing by, don't get any weird ideas. I can pretty much imagine what kind of conversation this is, anyway. The idea of Rean imagining our conversations is a joy in and of itself. I would certainly like to hear exactly what it is you think we are talking about, in explicit detail, if you please. I didn't mean I was thinking of anything specific, just a general impression. Lord. Oh, we got one for Emma. Where is the 9th one? How many we have left? We have 3 left. Yeah, I still only see 2. Unless Crow or Emma have more than one, where is this final bonding event? Am I just blind? Well, whatever, we'll figure it out. We're at least gonna do these last 2 before we end off. And I guess find out where this last one is. Oh, hee hee. Emma, what's that you're reading? Wait, don't tell me. It's not what you think. I don't even have any more Forbidden Grim. These are some notes left by Isola Milstein, my mother. Grandmother collected the ones she saved and sent them to me. Yes, that's all it was. Your mother was a wandering witch before Vita was, right? Yes, but her magical abilities weren't really all that powerful. But she was always eager to learn. She had a good many ties to the outside world and took it upon herself to look into the Empire's curse on her own. She must have been a big influence on my sister when she was young. And an incredible person at that, from what you told me. She passed away from an unfortunate accident, right? That's right, though I'm not sure if it was the work of the curse per se. It's probably just a coincidence, right? Then again, I suppose dealing with the curse's aftermath is in itself a form of being caught up in it. Yeah, you're probably right about that one. That said, there's actually quite a few entries that have nothing to do with her mission. It's as if I'm rekindling the memories I had of her when I was young. It feels nice, you know? Yeah, I can imagine. By the way, I saw a little good luck spell written somewhere in here. Want to try it out, Rean? Might help you relax your body and mind from any fatigue you're feeling. I promise it's nothing sketchy or dangerous like before. It's alright, Emma, I trust you. Magic charm written by Emma's mom, huh? Sounds interesting. Sure, I'll take you up on that since you're offering, I mean. Oh, don't worry, it's no trouble at all, really. I wonder if you just get the extra bonding events, like, even if there's not all of them? I don't know why my brain is still stuck on this. It's better if we don't do it here, though. Shall we go someplace else? What is it? Intimate? Not the most private space either. I have expected you to take us to the atelier like before. Well, I'm actually prohibited from using it for the time being. After that incident we had before, that is. But the spell isn't dangerous like last time. You can rest easy, I assure you. Well, I should hope so. It is just a magic charm, after all. The smell, it's Aran flower, isn't it? It is. The scent of Aran flowers can enhance the potency of the charm. Though it is known to induce a few other effects as well. Other effects? Oh! That's what Muse was like she was trying to do. Oh, enough about that. Let's begin, Rean. Could you lean forward a bit just like before? Got it. I didn't get duped into this again, did I? Don't think too hard about it. It's only a magic charm, remember? Alright, here we go.
なたのそばに。
But we're still back here. What is this? What you're seeing, Reen, is neither your consciousness nor mine. It's a crossing of both, a state of being not unlike that of a dream. I think I understand. It's kind of like an out-of-body experience. But what's with the way we look? These are just our astral forms, Reen. Like I said, don't think too hard about it. Things might get a little embarrassing from here. Bear with me just a little bit longer, okay? Huh? Well.
どう見て眠りなさい。安らかに。
The sensation, where have I felt it before? Mom, but not just Lucia. Reen? Gasp. Well, good morning. Did you have a nice rest? So that's what happened. I fell asleep just like that. Did you carry me all the way here? Wasn't that hard? A bit, perhaps, but never mind that. How are you feeling? Well, my body and mind feel totally refreshed. It's almost as though I've been completely reborn. My compliments to your Marm. This charm is incredible. It was originally one of the witch's lullabies, from what I understand. Mother used it as a base for her own unique version. She designed it so that it could be used not only for children, but also for family and those you hold dear. She wanted to use it on a human from the outside world, my father. That's when... I get it. That said, that astral form caught me pretty off guard too. It was a little embarrassing to be sure, but I guess it really is something best kept for family members. No, that part was likely one of the effects of the errand flower. See, by elevating our thoughts toward one another, it ends up bringing out our heart's deepest,
もう違うんです。別に狙ったわけじゃなくて。
So you say. After waiting for Emma to settle down, Reen left the sickbay alongside her. That was sweet. Just let me know whenever you think you might need help getting things under control. I want to find more ways to help. As a witch, as a member of Class 7. I want to help you more than anything, Reen. Thanks, Emma, really. Let's keep what happened between us, shall we? Yeah, of course. Probably best for everyone's sake. Oh, Maya and Valerie. So Leonora is heading to Ortis then? Yeah, she's going to Miranda's Tavern. She sees Miranda, the woman who runs it, as something of a mother figure. Leonora was worried she wouldn't be able to visit her after the war starts. Good for her. I know I'm not one to talk, but do you get along with your parents, Valerie? You probably still have some time to make an appearance in Northumbria if you'd like. I don't think so. Things are pretty bad out there right now. I wouldn't want to risk it. Besides, my parents are a lot like me. We're not a terribly emotional family. As long as we can hear each other's voices over a comm line, that's good enough for us. I see. For someone who claims to be unemotional, you really care about how others are feeling. So while your parents may seem nonplussed on the surface, I'm sure they're thinking about you all the time. Well, maybe. I think Maya's exactly right. I actually heard a bit from Celestin while we were in the dorm. In addition to having gorgeous looks and a ferocious combat ability, Sharon is a more than competent chef. It's fate that brought us together to the galley, so if anyone has recipe recommendations, I'd love to hear them. You're always so good about learning new things, Sandy. Vantage Masters. You know, Sharon, knowing you're in the galley always puts me at incredibly at ease. Is that what it's called, a galley? It's a true honor to hear that. All this makes me think back to those times at Trista Dormitory. It's already been about 2 years since then, hasn't it? That sounds about right. Time really does fly, doesn't it? You know, you really did a lot for me when I was a student. You were even the Blade Master at the school festival. That is indeed a fond memory of mine. Though it seems like Blade has been overtaken by Vantage Masters lately. Yeah, I guess so. You always did have your finger on the pulse, Sharon. Although I only started playing recently myself. I brushed up on the fundamentals at the least. Would you care for a round or two, Master Reen? You said you brushed up on the fundamentals, but I get the feeling you'd be a tough opponent regardless. If that's the case, I'd love to play together sometime. I very much look forward to it. Very interesting tea time. I know, right? My editor told me I could only do the project I wanted if I got a few other articles done first. I got most of them done now, but I'm still trying to find the right subject for the last one. I need something easy, simple, relaxing. Sounds to me like you need a break. But one more article doesn't sound quite so bad. In fact, simply take a step back and open your eyes wide. The perfect subject for a beautiful, uplifting article is right here in front of you. You're right. I'll do a feature on the most slimming styles this season. It'll be perfect for hooking new readers with an interest in fashion. That's what you're going with? Oh well, it's your loss. There's so much wrong with this picture, but at least Vivi's got her article. There has to be someone down there with Crow. Because I can't figure out where the other bonding event is. Well, whatever. Well, look at this. All Class 7 swordsmen together in one place. And purely by coincidence. Although, once we were here, the conversation naturally started to gravitate toward swordsmanship. We were just discussing who we all look up to the most, whose level we aspire to reach someday. Instructor Reen, is there anyone from your school who you admire like that? Come to think of that, I've never asked you that myself. I imagine you've got no shortage of skilled 8 Leaves practitioners. Even I know some of them. We met Cassius Bright not long ago. And then there's Arios McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. True, even if Cassius has hung up his sword, so to speak, there's no denying both of them are the kind of swordsmen I can only dream of matching up to someday. The thing is, Cassius has mastered the first form, and Arios is a master of the second. They're pretty different from my 7th form. In that sense, Master Kafai is the only person I can truly aspire to match. I see. That makes sense. The Arcade and Vander styles both have a lot of variation within their different forms. But I get the feeling it's even more pronounced in the 8 Leaves school. I must agree, really. After all, aside from the 7 forms Reed spoke of, there's even an unarmed combat form. I hate to flatter my own school, but it is a very adaptive discipline. Alright, let's check this room. Becky and Toa, is everything alright? Everything's fine, Reen. I'm just looking into a little something for Becky at the moment. I wanted to get a read on what Kleiss and Co. were up to. My options are a wee bit limited up here in the air, and I figured Toa might have better luck with it. Can't say anything good about what we've learned, though. Right, Hugo's company's been rapidly expanding their distribution network and getting involved in munitions shipping. And with that unprecedented growth has come a deluge of scandals and complaints about how they do business. It even sounds like some of their employees are getting a bit out of control. Yeah, we've seen it firsthand. I've heard the rumors. Sounds like it's getting worse and worse every day. Cheers for the help, Toa. I'm going to try and analyze this data and see what I can learn. Sure, I'm here if you need any more help. Let me know if you come with any leads. You're not the only one who's worried about Hugo. Cheers to you too, Reen. I'll do that. Listen up, Cerberus. This is going to be your ultimate test of your skills. Yeah, that's the spirit I'm looking for. Now strap on your parachute and let's get this thing done. Your destination will be, where to this time? Hadn't thought that far ahead. I'm afraid to ask why you've strapped a parachute to a dog. Why? I can't just throw him out of the airship without one. Whoa. Well, as long as he's happy, I suppose I won't stop you. That's something. Alright, I believe that's it for this floor. So let's head to the first floor. Looks like Crow's got something for us. There's really only one more. Where is this other bonding event? Is there a chance that Crow just has two? Unless it's Crow and Celine each have one. Nope. Looks like it's just Crow. Well, we'll talk to everyone first and then handle this. Maybe they really do just have an extra bonding event for whatever reason. Elliot, your performance was pure class. I felt like I was echoing right into my soul. Usually only rock can get me fired up like that. I'm impressed. Oh, thanks. Glad to hear it resonated with you. Looks like you got yourself a new fan, Elliot. I'd be lying if I said he wasn't an inspiration. Miss Mint's here too, so I'd love to set up a collaboration between the Modern Music Club and the Wind Orchestra. That'd be great. Hey Rain, what do you say about breaking out your old guitar and joining in? Only if you give me a lot of time to practice first. Yeah, Elliot's very, particular. Where's Schmidt at? Is he even here? I didn't see him anywhere else on the show. Oh, there he is. He's with Mint. Fifth disciple, right? Whoa, what's the deal with all these papers? Is there a problem on the ship? Oh, not at all. It's just, the girls were helping me figure out how to get more fuel and ammunition. It's going to be hard getting all the supplies we need without imports. Right now, we're trying to figure out if we'll be able to meet up with our Remiferian contacts since we're going to Crossbell soon. Of course, that would only drive up the costs even more. So we're trying to see if there's anything we can do to whittle our expenses down. I see, so you're all combining your expertise then. Given that you're all masters in your respective fields, I imagine we're going to be just fine. Just be careful not to spread yourselves too thin. Roger that. Is that the data I brought over from the experimental battleship? Yep, just stumbled onto it when I was looking through the archives. It's kind of a bummer though. That big Leviathan guy and those Oz Mirage dolls both use super advanced tech, but they're just so blah. If I were in charge, I'd add a little coolness, a little cuteness, something like that. Clackety clack this. That concept of hers is very similar to the designs of the Divine Knights. Small wonder, given all the experience Min has with them. I'd like to see where this goes. I might be willing to let you have that data, based, of course, on the condition you're able to produce results worthy of... Critical error, data corrupted. Uh-oh, I think I broke something. Wait, no, the auto cleanup program just deleted everything. Restore it from the backup file, and don't you dare touch any unnecessary keys, understood? I'll write the backup. That's a relief. Thanks, Schmitty. You're a pal. Will you ever learn the proper laboratory decorum? Unbelievable. Like, he at least sees her, like, worthiness as an engineer. It's just, there's other parts about her that are, to be desired. Looks like the professor's gotten more used to the way Mint's mind works. Alright, Crow. Well, I've got everything I need. Plus help with setting it all up. It all seems to be in order. What say we head over once we have some spare time? Leave it to me. Crow or Dean, are you two going somewhere? Yeah, it's just a little thing I need to take care of. Something I want to handle before the next rivalry. Something to take care of, huh? I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, man. Just some personal business. We're all trying to put things in order by the next rivalry, so you gotta make sure you're all prepared too, alright? But if you're heading down to take care of anything, just let me know, okay? What kind of business does he have to take care of? I have to admit, I'm curious. Mind if I go with you, Crow? We're gonna be out there fighting together, so I want to make sure you're firing on all cylinders. Rain. Keep in mind, it's not the fun kind of errand. It might be a good opportunity, though. I know they've been on your mind, after all. Ooh. Well, you'll figure it out soon enough. Alright. Hurry up and get ready. I'll be waiting here. Once Rain was ready, they set off from the Courageous Two with the two Divine Knights. Crow needed to visit a handful of regions, so the first stop they found themselves at a familiar place. The Cathedral in St. Ark? What does he need to do here? There she is, just like I heard. Sorry, but can you wait a bit? Who's this? Eidos, please find a way to forgive my grandson, Michael. If he doesn't absolve his crime, then he was truly concerned for this country. Wait, what? It doesn't absolve his crime, but he was truly concerned for this country. I know what this is. Is he visiting the people from the Liberation Front's families? I just pray he can rest in peace. I pray this for the same. Huh? What was that? Ah, these are his... Michael. So Michael was the one that went to Crossbell and got slaughtered by the Red Constellation. Is it okay you just handed those over? I'm in no position to ask her for forgiveness, so on to the next. Michael. I don't think we even knew his name. Oh, this is in Raquel, right? Ugh, damn fools, a lot of them getting into this whole war. Red Constellation, Nidhogger, and even those leftovers from the Northern Jaegers. What a mess. If only the boss and everyone could have. Sorry I couldn't get revenge for all of you. Huh? But it's good you survived, at least. Take care of yourself, yeah? That's what he would have wanted. Vulcan? Is this the boss's tag? Hey, you! Right then, just gotta wait for someone to get in touch now. Sure. I piece it together now, Crow. This is about them, isn't it? After they returned to where Valmar and Ordine were waiting, Crow received a call. George! Hey, Rain. I should know you'd get involved in this too. Crow reached out to me earlier and asked if I could help him out. Good thing you're still using your old number. So does this mean you found her? Yep, you're gonna have to make do with a voice call though. Here, I'll patch you through. Hello, can you hear me alright? It's her. Good to hear from you again, Scarlet. Same here, Crow. Sorry, still getting used to that. I never thought we'd get a chance to talk again. Yep, her. As for Reen, I guess we haven't spoken in a while either. Not since Barrier Heart. Yeah, 2 games ago. I'm glad you're alright. I thought you'd still be locked up somewhere in Karuzan. What can I say? This is business as usual for me. Right now, I'm operating outside the Empire, on board a Merkba. A Merkba? Does that mean you're with the Gralsritter? Apparently, Eustace flexed his influence to have her released into protective custody. The church took her past as a squire into account and allowed her to work as a kind of penance for her role in the Civil War. Wow, Eustace really came through. Can't imagine it's all footsies and tea parties, though. What with you being a former terrorist and all. It was pretty tough at first, I admit, but things are better now. Father Wazi and that bald knight of his are actually pretty reasonable when you sit down and talk to them. So, she's with Wazi. Okay. She's part of Wazi's crew. Some of the recruits here joined up around the same time as me, and there are interesting people here, so I'm not bored at all. That's great. Glad to know you're doing alright. I won't pretend I wasn't a little discouraged when I found out Osborn had survived, but I was able to get past that and find a new path forward thanks to all of you. You have my gratitude. Right. Crow, I heard all about what you've been doing. Let's both do our best, not for revenge, but for them and for the world too. Of course, let's do this thing right. That was nice. So those people we visited back there, were they really related to members of the ILF? Yeah, I've been thinking about making this trip ever since I got my memories back. It's the least I can do to make up to the pals who went to Gehenna with me. I managed to find some people who knew Vulcan and Gideon, so I just decided to go forward with it. I see, I've got to say, I was surprised to hear Scarlet decided to go back to the church. No kidding, I'm sure she had her reasons, though. Well, in any case, it feels good to tie up those loose ends. Now, once my overtime's all used up, I can go without any regrets. Crow. No, the future's not decided just yet. For all we know, you might just end up with more time than you bargained for. They're back, Reed and Crow. Sheesh, where exactly did you two wander off to? Toa, Angelica. Even for us, there's always somewhere to return to, and someone waiting there. So for everyone's sake, those we've lost and those who are still with us, we have to see this through to the end and come back alive no matter what. Heh, I guess you're right. But first things first, we gotta kick some ass in this next rivalry. I'll be counting on you, partner. Right. Afterward, they were met with Toa and Angelica and made it safely back to the Courageous. Once the Divine Knights were on board, they set off to continue their missions. I'm really just curious if we have an extra bonding point. Yeah, there's nothing here. Unless I'm crazy. Alright, well, either way, even if there was another one, I would end things off here. So maybe I'll find something next time. Maybe in one of the towns there's a bonding event to do or whatnot, but I'll figure it out before next time. But if there isn't and we just have an extra point for whatever reason, one, we're going to go find that 3 and 9 book next time. And then after that, we're going to get these requests out of the way, which is not many. We have this herbal supplements one, and then we have these 2 requests to handle here. We'll handle that next time, and then we'll get ready to head to Crossbell. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.